Good morning YouTube, how are you? Today it's Thursday the 7th of September 2017. My name's Jan Silver and I've been video logging my journey to and beyond a gastric bypass, which I had on the 15th of March 2017, almost 6 months ago now. Quickly before I forget, because numbers in my head just disappear. My stats today, I got on the scales this morning. I was 18 stone 12, I'm now 13 stone 8, I think, yeah. I've lost 5 stone 3.7. So I've actually put on my Instagram, if you're over there, you can see what that is in pounds and kilos. I'm not very good at remembering numbers, so that's where I am. I'm super happy that I've lost 5 stone 3. And I think for a number of reasons, I'm starting to feel like I've lost that weight, if that makes sense. You know, a lot of us that are going through this journey totally get the whole, your head hasn't quite caught up with your weight loss yet. And I had a great NSV this morning. I know for any of you that have watched my Insta stories, I'm sorry because I'll just be repeating myself really, that I was moaning about my knickers being so big this morning when I was sat on the toilet having a wee and saying to Howard, I need to go shopping, look at these knickers, they're just hanging off me. And he chucked me a pair of his boxer shorts, put them on for goodness sake. And I was like, as if, Howard, you know, your brain instantly, there's no way. I've been with him, you know, nearly 20 years and I've washed his undies all the time. And I looked at him and I still thought I wasn't even. And then when I put them on and pulled them up past my knees, I thought they're never going to go up over my thighs. I put them on. I should have taken a picture actually, perhaps I will, but I was super happy dancing about in his boxer shorts. And he was like, obviously, cheesy joke for Howie, you know, oh, I've been dying for you to get in my pants for ages, Jan. Oh, you're so funny. But anyway, that was a really good NSV. That alongside, I had a coffee at a friend's house the other day, Claire, and I haven't seen her for some time, just life gets in the way. And she had commented how good I look, which was, it really boosts your everything really when somebody makes a comment like that, because, you know, my husband sees it all the time. He's complimenting me every day, encouraging me and building me up. And then secondly, her husband came in while we were having a cuppa and he just was like, wow, Jan, your face is so different. And I said, really? And he said, yeah, really. And he went upstairs to get his iPad and came down and gave me the picture, which I've also put on Instagram. It's a picture of me like about to eat a load of food. And that's me all over really. Take the piss out of myself but before anybody else could, you know, and that's what I would have been like. I would have been the one to offer to go and get the food for the table. That picture of all that food wasn't purely just for me, and I'm not just saying that, it actually was for the whole table, not just for me. But I would have offered to go and get it because then I got a choice. I'll go back and I can go back as many times. Anyway, that's another story. And then my other really good thing was my friend Rosie, and it's been a few weeks since I've seen her. I think I'd probably lost 3 stone the last time I saw her, but getting to this 5 stone mark is obviously really visible for other people to see. And I met her in the entrance of Waitrose because I needed to do a bit of shopping, and she was just like, oh my God, Jan. And she was like twirling me round like a dolly, just going, oh my God, and your bum's gone. And I was like, wow, it was the nicest, the biggest compliment, I think, for somebody that you know, she's known me since I was 14 years old. So she's seen me go through highs and lows, and, you know, having both my children, being a single parent. And I don't know, for her to make such a big fuss of me was really lovely. I can't thank you enough, Rosie, if you do watch this, that, you know, you made my day, and so did Bob and Claire. You just kind of feel like, I suppose I don't see many people that I don't see for a long time. Does that make sense? So anyway, and I can start to feel it in myself. Today I've got a t-shirt on that I did a YouTube in, and I remember putting it on. I remember putting this t-shirt on and talking to you guys from the Orangery, and it literally hugged my belly. And today, I can't really show you, but you know, I've got this much give in it, and it's too big for me. It's a t-shirt that I shouldn't actually be wearing anymore. These jogging bottoms I bought for walking in, and they're feeling, everything's hanging off me, which is a great feeling, even my knickers. So it's probably about time, but it's one of those difficult times, isn't it? I've probably talked about this before, but I've always been a bit envious of my husband being able to have a designer coat. And by designer, I don't mean Gucci or Prada. I'm just on about I'd like to go to Joules and buy a coat. I'd like, you know, I've never been able to. I had to go to Evans or somewhere like that, as we would all know, and I couldn't have a coat I wanted. I just had to have a coat that fitted. So this year for me, I'm kind of thinking, I wonder how long I'll wait before I can go and treat myself to a really nice coat for the winter. You know, Harry and I talked about it this morning. He said, just go and get one. I'm like, no, you don't want to spend all that money. And then it, you know, this coat I've just taken off now probably might just see me through till this winter with walking and in the camper van and stuff, but really it's hanging off me. And that, I mean, it's a great feeling, but I'm so glad I haven't been out and spent a lot of money on clothes, because, you know, you do get through it really, really quickly. And yeah, I'm kind of thinking I am wearing my zip up bra today, because I figured if I'm not running, I don't mind, even if my girls popped out, I can gently under my coat do them back up again. So yeah, I'm having a really good day today. I've had a shit week, for anybody that does watch and sorry I didn't do a YouTube yesterday. I did an Insta live instead last night, which was really lovely, being able to have a bit of banter with people backwards and forwards. But I felt really bad this week with my period and my endometriosis. I've had a really tough few days pain wise, and even yesterday, 2 days ago the pain was really bad that I could barely move, and then yesterday the pain wasn't so bad, that was manageable, but then you get really heavy bleeding. And I'm sorry for any guys that might be watching this, but you know, girls will totally understand, and when you're having that kind of a heavy bleed, it's bound to take it out of you. And I actually nearly passed out in IKEA yesterday. And the only way I can describe that, sometimes I've got out of the bath since surgery and you feel like the blood is rushing either to your head or to your feet. I can't really describe how you feel, just that you don't feel right. And yesterday that happened in IKEA. And I think when I was saying it on my Insta story, it sounded like I nearly passed out when I was at the till. Why? How much did you have to pay, Jan? No, it wasn't about that. I literally knew that I think I'd probably, sorry to be so detailed, probably had a big bleed, and it really took it out of me. So yeah, the good thing was, you know, my normal brain went, okay, I probably need something to eat. Let's go and build up some energy. And in fact, what I was really pleased with, my body really didn't want that hot dog. You know, generally in IKEA, you go and have a hot dog, have some mustard, lovely, lovely. No, didn't want it at all. Ended up in Boots next door, and I got some nice protein bars, which I needed anyway, and I couldn't eat a whole one of the Bounty bar. It's like a Bounty bar, but it's like, I think it's got 20 grams of protein in it. And considering I'd only had soup for lunch, I think when I don't have a good protein source for lunch, I am trying to give myself a bar or something just to up my protein. And also, while feeling so bad, I've just kind of felt sorry for myself and not really drank enough water. So, you know, I was quite surprised to get on the scales this morning and see that I'd still lost, if I'm being honest. I think I'm probably quite surprised most of the time, even though I know I'm working quite hard and I'm making better choices than normal. Yeah, this journey definitely isn't easy, and I'm not sure if if this really harsh period is going to be the way of things to come. But I have decided, which I knew a long time ago, I think the last resort for endometriosis is possibly a hysterectomy, and that's probably where I'm heading. But I'd give my body another 6 months to heal completely from the gastric bypass first, and then I'll get back in touch with my gynecologist and go and have a chat about that. The sun's come up now, as you can see. I've just put my shades on, and it is really glorious. And I'm glad I sit down. You know, I'm about halfway into my walk this morning on the canal. I left at about 20 to 8 this morning. It's now quarter to 9. And I think sometimes you just need to stop and appreciate your surroundings, which, you know, I really do. I love where I live. I love nature. I like the peace and quiet. And I do love being on my own. I contemplated calling my friend this morning because she said, oh, if you go for a walk. And I sort of, yeah, I love company, but I also really like my own company. So having a little walk on my own, especially with my Insta stories, I just feel like you lot have all come on a walk with me, you know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a really lovely Thursday. It's nearly the weekend. I'm so looking forward to meeting, I've got a few guys and girls coming from my weight loss group, weight loss community group, where I've met them in Leatherhead. I've said that before. I think there's about 10 or 11 of us, so I'm really super looking forward to you all coming to my house on Saturday. Don't bring too much food, guys. Come on. Most of us have had surgery, we're not going to eat it. Somebody brings some soft drinks or something like that, and we're just going to chill out. I did actually contemplate maybe walking them down to the pub. It's a half an hour walk there, half an hour walk back. I suppose I could, I'll play it by ear on the day, and then perhaps we could, you know, in the afternoon after we've had a bit of a buffet, have a walk down and go and have a sit down. But then I think it's going to be peeing with rain, so actually that's a bad idea. Anyway, I hope today is kind to you all, and I will speak to you all again hopefully tomorrow. Take care. Thanks for watching it. Any comments, please put them in the box below, or questions. If you've got any questions for me, I'll endeavour to answer them as soon as I can. Take care. Bye.